So, everybody, welcome in. Welcome in to welcome to stream tonight. We are going to be playing I'm Making a Monster by Zorky Studios. The developers have reached out to me with the key for the full game. I'm very, very thankful for this opportunity, and I was more than happy to cover the game now that it's fully released because I played the demo a while ago for a game festival, and it was quite beautiful. It was a nice and pleasant experience. I think I like the combination of this like pretty serious topic about like loss and grieving in a very like in a way kind of destructive, but it like on the surface it shows a sort of like haunting beauty. I think i think I like the fact that a game is used as a way to explore the story, and I think games are wonderful as a medium to tell stories like this. And Zorky Studios have like already like proven themselves to me with like their first game with Quality Dreams. That like they have some very interesting ideas and quite a nice like solid grasp on like good art in general. That I really like the art style of that game. But then with this one, I love the watercolor style to it, and I'm really excited for like the story that we're going to experience tonight. So let's get into it. Oh, this is so cool. I can make. I think you can call me. I don't know if I'm required to have a last name. We'll use the default name, okay? I'll be having my default name. Okay, I will pick for myself. I'll just use my this pronoun, these pronouns. Um, and what will be my last name? I remember when I played a different game, I use my last name as VTuber. So maybe I shouldn't. Not for this game. Um, what was I trying to think? The only few times I had a last name for a fictional character using my VTuber identity was in Final Fantasy 14, and I think I used Venturo as my last name. Um, you know what? No, we're making things cute. I'll call myself Stellaria. We're just like calling myself Star, like Moon. Yeah, sure. Tala Stellaria sounds fun. Submit. Oh my god, there it is. All right. Tala Stellaria has been shut in her room for a month. She has not eaten a proper meal in more than a week. She has only drunk water under extreme duress. Today, Tala opens the door to her room of her own volition, an occurrence her friends will be equally excited and nervous about, and stumbles from its dark depths with a dehydrated wobble to her step. Fumbling for some scrap paper and tearing the lid off of a pen, Tala drops onto a stool and begins to sketch. Fervor and ink splatter onto page after page in unsteady strokes. Hours later, after many hours, during which friends come over and find Tala, are relieved to see her out of her room, and then distraught again to find Tala unable to tear herself from work. Tala holds up a final page of formulas and diagrams, exclaiming triumph while in despair. Ooh, say they wallow in despair. No, she says. I'm not certain it can be done. Tala slumps on her stool, resting her forehead against the desk. What can't be done? Ooh, this is my friend? Hmm. Oh, Abelia. Tala jumps at the sound, almost falling over in the process. She had not noticed that a friend had crept into her kitchen while she worked. Abelia leans out from the doorway, mixing bowl in hand, trying to hide her worry behind a smile. Tala picks herself up. She's never failed before, so why start downing herself now? Oh, Abelia, I'm trying to make something unlike anything I've ever made. Abelia continues stirring, waiting. She has played this game before. Ooh. Ooh, make something beautiful. I'm making, Tala continues, something beautiful. Abelia raises an eyebrow. Tell her the truth, and I tell the truth. I'm making a monster. Abelia nods, trying to hide her mounting concern. Abelia leaves shortly after that, depositing a salad Tala promised to eat onto her work table. Eat some salad. Yay! Tala pauses her work to swallow a few bites of salad. She's not sure if she's eaten anything else today. It's hard to pull herself from the work, but she realizes that she needs food, or she'll lack the strength to complete it. After eating more salad, she examines her plans. Creating a living being is an exhaustingly complex venture, but Tala is nothing but, if not tenacious. She pursued her lifeless exile from the same resolve. She now turns to her work. Nothing will make Tala waver from this task. She is making a monster. Ooh, cool. But where to start? A monster needs many parts. The skin, the skeleton sounds good. Like from your foundations, I guess. Oh, it can pick a skeleton. Wait, this is actually so cool. I actually get to have a hand in this. Plant magic? I love. Dude, this is so sick. Necromancy, just full on classic. We can go plant magic and we can go mechatronic. The mechatronics one is so pretty. I love plants though. Maybe I should pick plants because I'm a forest fae looking girly right now. Maybe we can pick plants. It's always safe to start with the base. Tala pulls out her notes on forming the monster skeleton. Tala considers the best way to build the monster's bones. With plant magic. Using plant magic to make the monster skeleton could work. A skeleton of living wood would be supple and strong. Oh, I'm definitely supple. I mean, sorry. Yes, it could work quite nicely. Now, just to determine how to acquire plants with the properties she'd need. Gather the wood, grow the wood. Okay. Oh my god, this music's so haunting. With enough time and effort, Tala can work out a way of accelerating plant growth to cultivate an entire living skeleton. It'll be slower than finding wood to use, but Tala can ensure quality is up to her precise standards. Tala estimates this could take her 5 months to complete, and after a month of work, Abelia visits again. She rarely looks around the lab Tala has set up. So, is the, monster? So how is the, monster coming along? It's going well. Oh, it's going quite well. I'm making excellent progress on the monster's bones. I see, says Abelia, fighting to maintain a neutral tone. She takes a breath. It's warm out today. How about we go for a walk? Ooh, but she's saying this is brave. Let's go for a walk. Let's give it a try. Yeah, okay, Tala says, standing from her stool. Let me just grab my coat. You don't need a coat. It's June. Tala looks over from the closet she's been wrestling in. She furrows her brows. June? Mm-hmm. It's probably the best that Tala's leaving the apartment. Abelia brings Tala to a park she used to frequent before. Well, before. She was right. The weather is gorgeous. A warm breeze ruffles through the tree canopy that frames the warm path that you walk along. Tala and Abelia catch up on small things. Max has developed a spell to remove excess earwax. Cory has joined the jazz band. Tala slowly realizes that she misses her friends. Asked to meet again. We can't make. Asked to meet again. Oh my god, I'm touching grass. This was really nice, Abelia. Thanks for dragging me outside. Would it be alright if we did something like this again? A huge grin breaks across Abelia's face. Of course. I'll see you soon. Tala is into the second month of her work when she hits a snag. The wooden bones aren't connecting as planned. She'll need to figure out a new strategy for attaching them. This will add a month to her work estimate. Ooh, a guy this time. Okay. Tala's in the middle of some complicated calculations when Cory bounds through her front door unannounced. Maybe Tala should start logging it. You coming to the concert? Cory asks. What concert? What concert? Tala replies, barely looking up from her work. Oh, come on, Cory groans. I joined a jazz band? We're doing a midsummer performance? Any of this ringing any bells? Oh, be honest. Not in the least, sorry. Cory sighs loudly. We're performing July 21st. Here's a ticket. A small rectangular sheet is dropped onto Tala's desk. See you there? Yeah, I could go to the concert. Support my friends. Definitely. Tala examines the page. She can take some time off work to support her friend. Sweet. I'll see you then. Okay. On the 21st, Tala arrives at the concert exactly 5 minutes early. Her ticket has an assigned seat, and she is surprised to find that she's in the front row. Abeli and Max are already there waiting. They smile when they see Tala approach. Corey was worried we wouldn't show, but I need to make time, Abeli confides. Of course, she showed up. Tala was also unsure about making it. We can do the second one. I also wasn't sure I'd make it, but I know this is important to Corey. Well, it's great to see you here, Max says with a smile. The concert is fun. The music is a bit loud at times. Isn't jazz supposed to be soothing? But Tala appreciates its energy. Corey looks like he's having an amazing time. Tala can't remember when Corey started learning the bass. Was it during... Maybe Tala will ask Abelia about it later. After the show, the three friends and Tala go back to Max's to celebrate. Tala is surprised to learn Max moved apartments. When did that happen? Maybe she has been a little overly engrossed in her work. Tala promises herself to make more of an effort to spend time with her friends. After a week of struggling with the new flowering plant graft, Tala finally gets part of the skeleton working to her satisfaction. She turns to share the breakthrough with... But the lab is empty. Tala is still alone. Another month passes. One morning, Tala is distracted by a knock at her door. This is odd because most of her friends don't bother knocking. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Tentatively, interest drawn by the mystery, Tala crosses the room and cracks it open. Standing in her threshold is Luxme? Luxme? I think I'll say Luxme. A friend Tala hasn't seen in more than a year. She smiles at Tala a bit nervously. Hi, she says. Do you have a minute? Invite her in? Yeah. Of course. Please come in. Tala stepped aside, motioning her forwards. No need, she says. I just stopped by to see if you're free tonight. I'm showing in an art exhibition and I wanted to ask if you could make it. Her eyes are hopeful. Agree. Let's go to an art exhibition. Yo, these people are so cool. That sounds really fun. I'd love to come by and see your work. She smiles largely. Amazing. Here's the invitation. She hands Tala a small card. She raises an eyebrow. Very fancy, she teases. Luxme smiles, a bit embarrassed. I'll see you then, she says. The art exhibition is very cool, if not a bit too formal for Tala's taste. Several artists are being featured. Luxme's work is a collection of wire statues that move subtly when they're not being watched. It's gorgeously terrifying. Tala spots Abeli and Corey, and the three of them walk around commenting on different pieces and despairing over their prices. I'm happy to see you outside your Oh, it's Abelia. I'm happy to see you outside your lab, Abelia says as the night winds to an end. See you again? Corey asks. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'll see you soon, Tala says with a smile. She feels both happy and worried to see how much this pleases her friends. There are 3 months left in building the wooden skeleton. Tala feels that she's on a roll. All the theory is actualizing with an ease that is relieving, unexpected, and entirely pleasing. Tala realizes that she is ahead of schedule, and she can reduce her work estimate by a month. A month elapses. One day, Tala looks up from her work to see Abelia walking in. She looks at the bones that she is almost finished and immediately looks away. She turns her gaze instead to Tala. It's the last warm day of the year, she says. Come to the beach with me. Yeah, we can go to the beach. As long as we stop at my favorite cheese shop on the way, Tala says, getting up from her seat. Deal, Abelia replies with a smile. After stopping at the cheese shop to pick up some things to snack on, Tala and Abelia walk along the beach. There's a cool breeze coming off the water. After a bit, they find some large flat rocks to sit on. How are you doing? Oh no. How are you doing, Tala? Respond genuinely. Tell her what she wants to hear. Respond genuinely. Honestly, not so good. The work has been going well, but no matter how much progress I make, there's no sense of accomplishment. Everything feels so desaturated and far away. Abelia nods solemnly. No one's expecting you to get over it right away. It's hard to watch you destroy yourself over this. Tala lets out a slow breath. I'm I'm trying my best. Abella puts a hand on her shoulder. I know. Work continues with its usual ups and downs, but Tala can tell the end is in sight. Anticipation rises as she visualizes the remaining skeleton parts coming together. Tala is working late one night, or is it early one morning, when Max comes barging through her front door. Help. Oh, okay. They use he/him pronouns. Got it. Hello, he says. I need help with some work that's got your name on it. Um, Ask him to explain. What's up? With a great pain, Tala tears her eyes from the diagram she's halfway through drawing. What is it? I'm going to make the best haunted house this world has ever seen, Max declares loudly. Since when does Max build haunted houses? I thought you were busy curing earwax or something. What? No, that was 6 months ago. I'm working on as a haunted house contractor now. Tala's a little shaken at that. 6 months? Okay, wait, let me back up. So, haunted house. What do all haunted houses need? Reply sarcastically. A date whose arms you can fall into while you scream? No, wrong. Haunted houses need skeletons, Max exclaims joyfully. And do you know who can make skeletons? Let Max finish. Tala sighs. That's right. You can make skeletons. Or at least make them move. Actually, I don't know. Can you make or move skeletons? Admit to bone control proficiency. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. I have dabbled in necromancy in the past. Max beams. See? I knew you'd be perfect for the job. Okay, I'll agree to help. But the work beckons so sweetly. No, I'll agree to help. Okay. Tala concedes. I'll help you with your haunted house skeletons. A huge smile spreads across Max's face. I promise you won't regret it. Oh, that's cute. This is so pretty. After a few weeks of work on the synthetic skeletons, which Tal actually finds somewhat enlightening and decides to bring concepts from into her own monster crafting, the haunted house is ready. Tala and Max hide and watch customers scream as they realize the skeletons are moving towards them without strings. The dancing skeleton who offers to waltz is Tala's favorite. Max selects the one who walks along the ceiling and chatters its teeth. All of Max's co-workers are duly impressed, and Tala is invited to their dinner to celebrate the haunted house's success. It's a really fun evening that feels well-earned. After 5 months, Tala has finally completed the monster's bones. Ooh, pretty! Okay, wait. Do I have a save? Do I save? No. Is there a way for me to save? Yes. Save. Yes, there we go. Wait, let me drink a little bit of water. Just a little bit. Alright. A small thrill flows through her. She steps back and examines her work. Yes, it's definitely something beautiful. But her growing smile falters in the face of a startling thought. Would she have liked it? Yes, of course. Yes, of course she would have liked it. She would have found it beautiful, fascinating, breathtaking. She may even have loved it. Tala returns to her notes. She needs to decide which part of the monster to construct next. Ooh, nervous system. Ooh, we can just go crazy. We can go full plant magic. After completing the bones, a brain and nervous system will allow the monster to move and think. Tala should make it next to ensure it interfaces well with the rest of the body. Tala ponders what the best material is for the task. An organic plant brain would allow for versatility and durability. It's also probably the most long-lasting option, capable of regenerating itself. Finding the right plants to use could pose a challenge, though. I'm growing everything from scratch. Tall's never grown vines to imitate human organs, but she's played around with growing smaller plants with unusual purposes. And as her teachers used to say, anything is possible with a little, or a shit ton of, magic. It'll take more time than finding suitable plants, but that means Tala won't need to compromise on her design. Overall, Tala estimates it should take her 6 months to complete the work. A, work. A month of work passes. Corey drops by one November afternoon and deposits a cookie on Tala's desk. You make this? Oh, you make this? Tala asks. Corey nods, and Tala snatches it up and begins untying the loose wrapping. There's more where that came from, Corey laughs. Oh, Tala asks between mouthfuls of cookie. We're hanging out at the Bellias tonight and I'm bringing 2 boxes worth. Fall into cookie temptation! Oh! Oh, I got a little achievement. As well as you can be, reconnect with friends. That's cute. Is that an invitation? Corey smiles. Do you want the cookies or not? Oh, absolutely, I want the cookies. Corey's smile widens a few notches. I'll see you tonight then. Tala arrives at the Bellias apartment that evening. She hesitates for a moment. She hasn't been here since before. She reminds herself that cookies are waiting on the other side of the door and knocks. Abelia opens the door with a smile. I'm so glad you made it, she says. Abelia's apartment looks the same as Tala remembers. As she walks further in, she sees Corey and Max already settled in the living room. The promised cookies are laid out on the coffee table. Tala spends some time cautiously discussing how things have been. She tries not to say too much about the monster. It's not too hard when she keeps grabbing more cookies. Max eventually suggests starting a movie, and Tala glances at the time. I could stay for a movie. Tala settles in to rewatch one of Abelia's favorite movies. She feels herself relaxing by fragments as each minute passes. Corey and Max argue over plot holes and continuity errors while Abelia hushes them during her favorite scenes. It all feels so warm and familiar, and it stirs an ache in her heart. There's too much missing from this picture for it to feel complete, but maybe this is what it feels like to pour paint over an old canvas and create something new. Hold on, chat. Just lowering the music just a bit. Just a bit. Tala hits a breakthrough in her work. The plant brain's pattern recognition is progressing far above expectations, as are the vine peripheral nervous system's response times. And the advances put her about a month ahead of schedule. Tala is ecstatic. Before Tala realizes it, the year is over. It's almost been 9 months since. Tala examines the letter in her hand. It's from Abelia. She's inviting her to a New Year's party she's hosting. Behind the open letter, a huge pile of work on her desk looms. She had hoped to finish prototyping a design for a connecting piece this week. Go to the party! Touch grass! Tala has been working diligently, keeping long hours and taking little time to rest. She can spare the time for a break this evening. She calls up Abelia and lets her know she'll be able to make it. She sounds very pleased, and it makes Tala smile. Tala arrives at Abelia's party in fancy clothes that pinch a little. Abelia opens the door with a huge grin, and Tala promptly shoves a bottle of champagne in her face. Thank you for inviting me, she says. Of course, Abelia exclaims. Thank you for coming. She takes the champagne and then Tala's coat, showing her inside. What follows is a fun night of reminiscing and declaring next year promises. The only awkward moment is when someone who's a friend of Tala's mentions Delaney. The room falls silent briefly as someone else pulls this friend of a friend away. Tala can very clearly hear them having a terse conversation about not mentioning her in Tala's presence. Tala resolutely ignores this. Soon after, she notices Max and Abelia watching her like she might break into a million pieces. Tala also resolutely ignores this. Corey comes over with a fresh glass of champagne, and they all toast to friendship, and everything is fine after that. Or at least that's what Tala tells herself. The room counts down to midnight and erupts in cheers and hugs. Tala sends sparks flying over the champagne flutes, much to the party's enjoyment and Abelia's nervousness. She double-checked with Tala that it was safe to drink at least a dozen times before letting her guests toast. After midnight, many of the guests begin making their goodbyes and heading home. The party slowly grows quieter and warmer. Talk to Abelia. Tola finds Abelia in the kitchen. She's packing up leftovers and loading the dishwasher. Offer to help. Need any help? Oh no, I'm almost done, Abelia replies. Did you have fun tonight? Reply, honestly. It can be hard sometimes having fun around so many people. Um, yeah, I think this is my line. It can be hard sometimes having fun around so many people. It just reminds me that she's not here. She rubs her face, hiding her expression for a moment. But it was good being here. I'm glad that you came anyways. It means a lot to me that you're to have you here, and I'm happy to see you taking a break. Abuela pauses for a second. I'm worried about you. It's been more than half a year and you're still shut up in your lab most days. Worrying about it if you're worrying about if you're sleeping, it's tiring. I really care about you and seeing like this is hard. And I know you need time, and I've given you your space and time. But it's clear that things aren't working as they are. Have you talked to anyone about Delaney? Explaining it'll be different once the work is done. Promise to get help. Ooh. Ooh. Let me see this one. I'm sorry I haven't been there and that you're worried about me, but I just need to finish the work. Once it's done, everything can go back to how it was before. We can all catch up and it'll be like I was always around. This isn't healthy, Tala. I understand that you think this is the way of coping, but I'm watching it destroy you. Promise to get help. You're right. I haven't spoken to anyone. I promise I'll talk to someone. Thank you. I'm always here if you need me, but I think you should look into talking to a professional. I will. Thanks. After wrapping up her conversation with Abelia, Tala chats with a few more friends. Some silly party games are played, and Tala finds herself laughing more than she has in a long time. Oh, Purple, thank you for the daily wish. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just playing a narrative game tonight. It's quite a heavy topic. It's just like about loss and grief and recovering from it in a toxic way, but you're also faced with some choices to interact with friends who just want to like help you. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. So I have finished adulting. Nice. Is work done? Is work done, or are you just about to go into work? Yeah. A few hours after, Tala makes her goodbyes and heads home. It's quite a bit later than she had expected to be out, but somehow she can't find the energy to be anxious about it. It was nice seeing her friends. The warmth of that feeling follows her home. Tala is surprised by how easily everything is coming along. The work is less tiring than usual, and it feels like Tala could spare some energy from other activities without worrying about running out. It's a day off where I had to get blood work from my doctor and return items. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's if the day's your day off, then I hope you have a good time on your day off. On January 14th, Tala realizes it's Abelia's birthday tomorrow. She glances over at her phone. It's probably not too late to make plans. Try and put something together last minute. Tala opens her phone and calls Max. A picks up on the second ring. Am I dead, or is this not a call from the renowned hermit Tala Stellaria? Make a sarcastic joke or cut to the chase. Let's make a joke. Oh, the watch streak. Good job, Purple. 45 streams. Oh my god, you're streaking? Get this person. Streaking on my property. Thanks, Purple. Thank you so much. And good work with the points for the stream streak. No, this is your landlord. I'm kicking you out in order to fill your place with rubber ducks. Oh, okay. So the Max is on the other line. The monarch of humor returns at last, cries Max. Yes, thank you. Jokes aside, I'm calling about Abelia's birthday. The very birthday that's in fact tomorrow, Max replies. Yes, that's the one. Well, you're in luck, because I've already made all the plans. We're meeting at Corey's tomorrow at 2. Max proceeds to list a series of events that Tyler realizes will take up the entire rest of her afternoon and evening. We can agree to part? Maybe we can. Oh, God, that's kind of. I want to do some work. Okay, no, let's agree. We can make this like the friend run. We want to commit to our friends to this one. Sounds great. I'll be there. Amazing. Abella will be so happy you can make it. Tala can hear their smile through the phone. Oh, is this like their pronouns? So it's like a and air instead of they and their. All right. Oh, are those Max's pronouns? I thought it was a person. I've never heard of those pronouns before. Okay. Tala has a really enjoyable afternoon with her friends. They play some party games at Corey's and then go to see a movie. There are too many aliens and laser beams in the film for Tala's liking, but Abelia loves it. The evening concludes with a visit to Abelia's favorite restaurant. Tala finds herself smiling and laughing more than she has in a long time. At the end of the evening, Abelia gives Tala a big, big hug. Thank you so much for coming. It really means a lot to me. When Tala gets home, the scattered pieces of the monster are waiting for her. Guilt rises, sudden and overwhelming. How could she have been out for so long and just left her like this? She gazes at her part-made form and, as a sinner before her God, promised to do better. And yet, a small part of her starts to wonder if maybe she's already giving enough. Tala spends time testing the nervous system, watching as inputs are translated to outputs and back, watching different parts light up and process information. She layers together webs connecting nodes, creating meaning interlinked. She knows, with as much certainty as she's had about anything, that the monster can awaken, and when she does, she will know all. Another month passes. Tola is washing up. Some mostly non-caustic chemicals had spilled when her phone starts ringing. She finishes cleaning everything and checks her missed calls. Max has been trying to reach her. Okay. Without thinking much of it, Tala calls Max back. Hi, Tala. Glad you called back. What's up, Max? I was wondering if you're free this afternoon. I wanted to chat. Sure. Come by whenever. I'll be home. Great. A few hours later, Tala's pulled out of her work by a knock at the door. She makes her way over and finds Max holding a large bag. I brought snacks, Max explains. Faye pushes past Tala and begins moving papers to make room to set up. Those are organized! Tala grabs the papers from Max's hands and begins putting them away more delicately. Sorry, but hey, I brought you your favorite. Max pulls out containers of assorted cheeses. Oh my god, I am a fiend for cheese. Alright, you're forgiven. Hand over the cheese. Max obliges, and the two catch up as they compare cheeses from the selection Max brought. After some time, Tala asks, do you have something specific you want to talk about? Yes, actually. I appreciate all the effort you've been putting into looking after yourself, and I want to make sure you know that. Oh, wait, that's so cute. Just like, no big reason. Like, hey, I see that you've been struggling, but you've been doing your own thing to heal, and that deserves a reward. And that's so cute. That's like such a cute thing. Oh my goodness. Max smiles, but Tala can see the pain Faye's trying to hide. They also use Faye pronouns because this one's like in lowercase. Okay, gotcha. It's been so nice seeing you more often. I miss you so much. Thank Max for sharing. Thanks for letting me know that, Max. It means a lot to hear. I just wanted to make sure you knew that, and I knew how hard it's been for you and how much I appreciate the work you've been putting in. I'm so happy that you're doing better. But she's not who she once was. I am better, Max, but I don't want to mislead you. I'm not at the place I used to be. I'm not sure I'll ever be like that again. I understand, Max says quietly. I don't expect you to be. I don't expect you to be. I'm happy with the you that you are now. And I'm happy that you're letting us in and letting us support you where you need it. They share a hug and tell us definitely not crying at all as they finish the last of the cheese. Oh, that's so cute. Finally, Max gets up with a smile. This was so nice. Thanks for having me over. Thank you for all the cheeses. My pleasure. See you again soon? Tala smiles. Definitely. The next month is work the next month of work is a bit frantic. Tal hits snag and works doubly hard to make up for lost time. She's still aiming to be done in 1 month. One day, while in the middle of some very complicated calculations, Tala gets a text from Abelia. It reads, Got a minute? Got a minute? It's important. Then Tala's phone starts to ring. Pick up. Hi, Abelia. What's up? Hi, is this an alright time? I wanted to revisit our conversation about talking to someone for help. Ooh, let's hear her out. I'm listening, Tala says tentatively. Thank you, Abelia says. I found someone I could be I found someone I think could be a really great help for you. I'm just asking you to give them a try. Okay. Try therapy. 1 session, Tala concedes. She knows it will make Abelia happy. A week later, Tala shows up at the therapist's office. She talks to the therapist about the work. She does not mention Delaney. It goes okay. Tala feels a little better by the end of it, but she's a bit stressed about the time she's losing that could be spent working. At the end of the session, the receptionist asks if she'd like to book another one. We should try. We should try. Oh, picking at scabs. I got that achievement, and it's because I started therapy. That's so cute. I think like let's try another session. If it's something we can have access to, why not? You know. Tala books another session for the following week. Finally, after 5 months of work. By the way, like speaking of that, as someone who has gone through therapy at different stages in my life, it's maybe I'm underplaying it because I say that like a therapy session is like an hour or two, right? I think it's like the shortest it can ever be is an hour and a half, and it can go on for 3 hours depending on the intensity of the problem, but it's usually 2 hours. That's what from my own experience. But outside of the actual session, you also have travel time because like most likely you're going to see your therapist in person, right? So let's say like the whole ordeal is around like travel time is an hour maybe. So it can last up to 4. And I can understand at that point why the main character would think, man, that's just a lot of time in my day that's dedicated to therapy now instead of like working. That's like I can understand like I could be doing something else instead of this. So I can understand, but like therapy is therapy, man. You gotta go through it. Finally, after 5 months of work, the monster's brain is complete. Ooh! Tala steps back and takes a look at her work so far. The wood skeleton paired with the vine nervous system is breathtaking. But Tala notices flaws here and there. The work isn't good enough. She begins to doubt if what she's making will even come close to what she had envisioned. With the final piece, everything would coalesce or come apart. No matter. Tala isn't one to not finish what she had started. All that remains is the monster's skin. Plant magic. Yeah, we can commit to plant magic. The flesh will cover the monster, finally allowing it to exist in its full glory. Now, to choose the method by which she shall complete the monster. The best way to apply plant magic to skin would be to form it from bark and leaves. Tala checks her notes and realizes she's going to need a lot of plant materials for this to work. We can grow the plants too. We can make it like slow and nice. Tala doesn't have experience with shaping plants into skin, but she's confident that she can get what she needs with enough time and effort. Growing it herself will allow for more control in any case, and it'll be a great learning experience. After doing some preliminary research and checking her existing notes, Tala estimates she can complete the outer layer in 3 months. On April 2nd, Tala packs a small bag. She includes water, a candy bar, an umbrella, her keys, and her wallet. She takes a considering look at her phone. She wants to be alone today. Whatever anyone It's gonna wait. Pack the phone. Tala throws her phone into her bag, throws her bag over her shoulder, and walks out the door. The walk to the cemetery is long, but Tala doesn't mind it. When she gets there, she realizes that she doesn't know where to go. She's never been before. After a little while of meandering, she finds a groundskeeper who points her in the right direction. Soon after that, she finds the grave, Delaney's grave. Tilda sits down in front of the grave. She watches it silently for a while. Finally, she speaks. Mentions how she misses her. I really miss you. It's hard being here without you. Tell her about how she's doing. Talk about therapy. Yo. I told my therapist about you. It kind of helped to talk about you with someone who didn't know you. They didn't judge me or anything. That was nice. They even mentioned some things I can do when missing you. When missing you hurts too much. I've been trying to do the exercises. They help. Tell her about how she's doing. Explain what she's been doing. Tell her about what she's doing. How I'm doing. I'm doing okay. I'm working on a really cool project. Explain what she's been doing. Our friends have been working really hard to drag me out to do things besides work. It's a bit frustrating at first, but I think I appreciate it. They really care about me. I'm trying to be a better friend to them. We can get sad. I miss you deeply. I just want you to come back. I know that can never happen, but that doesn't stop me from wanting it. I'm half made again. I'm weak and faulty without you. You make me better and now I'm lost. Maybe we can go here about the way she died. When you died, it was like everything that mattered left with you. I couldn't watch any of my favorite movies because all I could remember was watching them with you. And then I would remember you were gone, and everything would hurt all over again. Do you know how many times I picked up the phone to call you, only to remember there was no one to answer? You died a year ago, but it still hurts as if it happened yesterday. It was so hard without you, and it's still hard now. You were so much more to me than just a friend. It felt like you fit so well into my life. I get angry. Oh my god, here I am. And I'm so mad at you for dying. I know it wasn't your fault, but I can't believe you left me here all alone. It hurts so much. And it feels like when I'm working, it's the only time I don't feel a knife twisting in my chest. I hate you for leaving me, but I love you so much. Talk about the monster. The monster will be beautiful, and it's all for you. I hope you hate it. Tala wipes out her tears and gets up. She rummages in her bag, pulling out the candy bar and leaving it on top of the tombstone. Oh, I miss you. Meet Delaney. On her way home, Tala notices her phone is ringing. It's Abelia. Hi, Abelia. Hi, I just wanted to check in. How are you doing? I know today is... Abelia, placate her. Placate? I don't know what that word means. I forgot what it means. I'm doing fine. I'm on my way home. Everything's okay. You went out? Talk about the cemetery. I went to the cemetery today. And how did that go? She asked tentatively. Respond honestly. It was really hard, but it was nice talking to her, even if she couldn't reply. Do you want to talk about it? Abelia asked. She does. Nice. Tala pauses for a moment. When she speaks, it feels as if she's pulling the words from deep within herself. If it's okay, can we talk about Delaney? Of course, Abelia. Oh, softer. Of course, Abelia says softly. I'll be over in a minute with some tea. Before Tala can explain how unnecessary that is, Abelia has hung up. There's a knock on the door. She soon arrives when Tala gets home, and the two sit and chat about Delaney long into the night. It hurts, but it's cathartic. By the time she sees the sun rising outside her window, Tala feels very slightly better. The immenseness of her loss feels like it could be surmounted one day. The following night, Tala tosses and turns, trapped in the restless sleep of the living. She dreams that she's finished the monster, lain the final piece, and awakened her. She opens her eyes, and it's a copy of a copy of a copy of a face she used to know. A face she still loves, distorted, repeated, and fragmented almost past recognition. Ooh, watch her. Tala gazes at her, trying to take in the details of her form. She stands there, watching her in return, until finally the monster moves. She opens her mouth to speak, and fear rises, quick and clawing. What would be worse, that the monster really is Delaney, or that she's not? Her glazed gaze digs into Tala's eyes. She says, "You are selfish to have made me. How could you? How dare you? You inspire only hate in my rooted, molding heart. No, 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 no." Tala wakes with a start, shivering and panting. She curls into herself and doesn't sleep again that night. Tala hits a hitch with her work. Frustrated, she redoes her calculations and adds a month to her estimated timeline. Let me drink some water. Also, this coffee is painted so beautifully. Oh, No Name, thank you so much for the project and the stretch. I will indeed do that real quick. Let's stand up and switch. Oh my god, my back crack. Thank you for the redeem in that sense. Thank you. I hope you're doing well tonight, No Name. Hope you're doing fine. Happy Thursday evening to you. It's a lot of reading, but I enjoy the story a lot. One sunny spring morning, Tala's making coffee when she notices the tulips in the yard have begun to blossom. She remembers that Corey's quite fond of tulips. Funny because I was about to redeem the hydrate too. Yeah, I just drank water. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of water for this session because it's a lot of reading. Thanks for asking. Doing good. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Just a bit tired and busy, but it's a good kind of busy. Invite Corey to a tulip farm? Yee! Let's do it. Tala calls up Corey. He picks up immediately. Is everything okay? Yeah, I just wanted to know if you'd like to go see tulips with me. Are you serious? Yes, I would absolutely die to go see tulips with you. I'll pick you up in 20 minutes. Before Tala has the chance to say anything else, Corey hangs up. As promised, Corey shows up 20 minutes later. He plays folk rock over the drive to the tulip farm. The flowers are stunning, lined in rows of solid colors. They fill the eye, creating a world of blooms. Corey and Tala take a few photos and pick a couple of tulips to take home with them. As they walk back to the car, Corey puts a hand on Tala's shoulder. I really appreciate you calling and inviting me out, he says. A story of humanity and memories, huh? Seems familiar. Oh, hi, Netbit. Yeah, this story is rough. This story is grief and being pushed to face that grief head on. Or not face it, because if anything, you're running away from it by creating something that could distract you from your grief. Because facing your grief means to face the world that was left in the absence of someone, right? It really is that. You're not forced to move on. You're allowed to grieve. But it's tackling a world with one less person or one less thing in your life. Having to shoulder that, right? And we're experiencing, this game has choices. I'm doing a run where I'm more of attending to my friends, but we don't know what that impact actually has on myself because I still have the obsession in creating a creature based on my friend slash lover who passed away. So yeah, Oh, the stream streak. Thank you, Netbit, for encouragement, of course. Is there a shotgun getting pointed at me when I play this game? No, no, no. Hopefully not. Yeah, but it's quite good. By the way, chat, like if you type um exclamation point game in chat, you will be able to see the link to the Steam page for this game. It's called I'm Making a Monster by Zorky Studios. Truck. What do you mean by truck? Like you're gonna get hit by a truck? Not quite. I hope not. Yeah, let's be honest. It was hard to pull myself away from my work, but that was really fun. Thank you for coming here with me. Corey smiles. I hope I see you again soon. The work has advanced well since last month's setback. Looking over the range of skin prototypes, Tala feels good about her progress so far. Tala's in the middle of working out a spell when her phone rings. She glances at the offending device, weighing on how much of a distraction picking up would be. Hello? Hi, Tala. It's Luxmi's voice. I know it's been a while and this is really last minute, but are you free today? Make time for Luxmi. Yeah, I've got time, Tala says. Outstanding, Luxmi replies. I'm taking you painting. Luxmi meets Tala at a park that she's visited before, but not in a long while. She helps her carry easels, canvases, and paint from her car. She has a spot in mind to set up, the top of a small hill overlooking a pond on one side and a small clump of trees on the other. As Luxmi sets up the easels, nerves begin to gather in Tala's chest, confessed to a lack of painting skills, as if she can watch. I can paint, maybe like not my character, but hold on, let's give this a nice save. Oh, thanks for the lurk, no name. Have a good lurk. Let's paint. Luxmi, I don't know how to paint. I can give you some pointers if you want, but don't you just jump in and play around with it? Why don't you just jump in and play around with it? Whatever you make doesn't need to be any specific way. As for pointers, try painting something. Tala tentatively dips a brush into some paint and begins moving it across the canvas. At first, she focuses on feeling the brush stutter and slide across the surface, but soon she tries to imitate things she sees. The painting ends up looking like a jumble mess of green and blue, but Tala kind of likes it. Back to work for me. Take care, y'all. Take care, no name. Luxmi walks over to take a look, smiling hugely. Looks great, she says. Tala thinks she's just being nice, but it still makes her smile. It really is just quite a bad painting. She shows her how to wash the brushes, and Tala sneaks a peek at her painting as she puts them away. Luxmi has, I hope I say that right. It could be Lumi, it could be Loam, because I think that the X is silent. How do you say that name? I think I want to correct myself. It sounds like French. It sounds, if anything, it sounds European at the very least. Lomi? You know what? I'm gonna say Lomi. I don't want to say Luxmi. Luxmi is so weird. I say Lomi. Lomi has painted the night sky reflected in the pond. The fish jump from its waters and leaves float along its surface. Along the edge of the pond are piles of bones. It looks nothing like the park. Oh, some bones? Lomi casts a spell that Tala doesn't entirely follow up, and the water begins to and the water begins to ripple very subtly. She winks at her. Compliment the painting. Wow, Lomi, that's incredible. She smiles. Thank you. It comes from years of experience. She was never good at accepting compliments. Tala's glad that some things haven't changed. Tala helps pack up the easels and carry them and the paintings back to Lomi's car. She drops her back at home and they say goodbye with a wave. Tala's reach a block in the spell she's crafting when a conversation with Abella comes to mind. She's been working on something that needs to be stretched, but not lose its stability. Referencing her descriptions, Tala finishes a test-ready spell formulation. A few days later, the skin patch she's working on is finally behaving the way she needs. A current of excitement hums just below Tala's skin. She can't wait to try applying the spell to more of the skin tomorrow. A month passes. Max barges into Tala's apartment one July day. Tala doesn't look up. She is far past her used to her friends bursting in unannounced. Hi, Tala. We're going to the beach. You want to join? Yeah, I'm going to go to the beach. Sure, Tala says, putting down the prototype she's working. When are you leaving? Right now. Tala quickly packs a small bag and follows Max outside. Abella waves at her from the passenger seat of Corey's car. I'm glad you could make it, she says. What follows is a pleasant afternoon at the beach. Abella brought cheese for Tala, which makes her smile. Max and Corey get into a water fight while Tala reads a book under the umbrella and Abella suntans. It's perfectly lovely. Once everyone is beached out, Corey drops Tala back at home. She waves as the car pulls away. At long last, after 2 months and 1 year of work, Tala has completed the monster. Ooh. Tala steps back to take her in, admire her. Oh, do we get unique illustrations for each type of monster we make? Ooh. She looks upon her creation. Her skeleton is wood, her brain is vine, her flesh is bark. Yes, she is truly beautiful. She too is an abomination. She feels... Without yet knowing her, Tala feels a vast and deep love drowning her. She has poured herself into her, and here she lies, waiting. Cast the final spell to awaken the monster. Stop here before it might be too late. Ooh, that's a good save spot. I would love to save scum this. Cast the final spell to awaken the monster, or just... Ooh. We can stop. I want to see the stop here one. Tala pauses, hesitating before the final spell. Creating life is a large responsibility. It introduces moral quandaries she's been ignoring up until now. But does that really matter? No sin is too great when in service to her work. She's already come this far. It would be a waste not to take the final step. But does Tala really need the monster? Tala has friends, good friends who are there for her when she needs them. But what about Delaney? Won't leaving everything in this undone, sorry state be betraying Delaney, abandoning her? And yet she knows she of all people wouldn't want this. Let her go. As Tala gives up on completing the monster, she feels herself letting Delaney go. It's scary and frustrating. Her heart hurts. Call a friend. Tala's fingers scramble across her phone. Let's call Abelia. The phone rings for exactly 18 seconds. Tala knows she counts them. Tala knows because she counts them. Tala? Hi, Abelia. Tala pauses for a moment. I need to talk to you about the monster. Abelia promises to be over soon, and Tala sits down on the floor. She knows it'll be okay. She has friends who love her. She won't be alone soon. Time passes. It was never her. Abandon the monster. I got that achievement just now. Oh, look at these beautiful paintings. With the monster behind her, Tala struggles to fill the sudden emptiness she leaves her with. Abelia and other friends come and spend time with Tala. She finds it easier to be honest with them, and they seem to help stop the devouring void from overtaking her. Slowly, very slowly, Tala discovers that she can leave the monster behind. She starts seeing her friends at least once a week, rejoining the schedule of alternating Saturday brunches and Friday movie nights. It can be tiring, and sometimes Tala wants to bail on her plans. But it's also enjoyable, and Tala can feel the way it connects them together. Each get-together makes it a little easier to reach out, and time passes. Tala finds other projects to pursue and forces herself to rest, eat, and leave the apartment. A lot of what she discovered while monster making is the state of the art. And Tala learns that she enjoys sharing her findings and inventions with others. Not everything is perfect. Tala knows things can never go back to the way they were. She can never get Delaney back, and she'll never again be who she was when she was here. But there's hope now. Tala sees the possibility of a new version of herself, one who has worked out the stiffness in her scar tissue and is reaching out, ready to reconnect with the world. one who's not resistant to surrounding herself with friends and love once more. The end. Oh, let's read this. I want to read this. This feels like a very beautiful dev note. I'm Making a Monster was developed primarily in Toronto, Canada, on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. Toronto is covered by Treaty Number 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. The rights of the indigenous peoples are being violated. Settler colonialism is and has been actively dismantling their connection to the land and their cultures through historic and ongoing genocide. We encourage settlers to unlearn his colonial history, deconstruct their privilege, and learn about indigenous cultures and settler responsibilities. In this way, we learn the truth of the land and we live on and reject indigenous erasure and colonial myths. We want to highlight the global land back movement, which aims to return land to indigenous peoples. By returning land, self-governance and environmental stewardship are returned as well. The land back movement is led by indigenous people, and we emphasize the importance of listening to indigenous people, following their leadership as we act towards land return and reconciliation. Some of the events in land back sovereignty, caring for the land, distinct identity, are represented in the Dish with One Spoon wampum. In Toronto, the wampum is a peace agreement between the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee, in which the land is seen as the dish that we, the spoon, share in a spirit of mutual cooperation. We ensure the dish remains full by caring for the land, its animals, and its peoples with the goal of mutual benefit and sustainability. In I'm Making a Monster, your character is struggling with loss, and their community tries to support them through their grief. We exist in a world with interconnectedness, and severing ourselves will only harm ourselves and the others in the long term. By rejecting individualism and recognizing the importance of community, we can work towards care and understanding. This care should also extend to the world we inhabit and share, which is just as much a part of our community. As we are responsible for caring for one another, we too are responsible for caring for the land. We work towards this by uplifting the spirit and intent of the Dish with One Spoon wampum and other treaties. The game was also developed in Bandung, Indonesia, where it is hard to speak about developing queer games and hard to know who to trust with one's words. We test the waters and tread lightly, employing effort where the energy feels warranted. We find community where we can and treasure it more dearly because of it. Queer people have always existed and will never stop existing. We were here on Turtle Island before the settler colonists came. We are here even when not wanted. We do not have a choice. Queerness exists whether we can speak its name or not. We remember those who have come before us, those who were killed by fascism and hate, and so will always be somewhat unknown to us. Those who fled persecution and brought their families to these lands, those who built the foundations of our homes. Thank you for working towards creating a world where we can follow our dreams. Credits, yeah! Yeah, the writing and the development was from Mendelian Sherman. Art, UI, and design was from Nez Juanita. Music composition was by Stefano Pizzoletto. And the playtesters are over here. There we go. Tools, fonts, paper textures. Yeah, the art is so pretty. I think Nez did an amazing job with this one. And I just love the writing. The writing's so pleasant. I love the writing. I also really like it that at least like in this game, I'm not like the insane whiplash sometimes from games with choice-based stuff. It's like, hey, you decide to do something good for yourself. Well, screw that. Here's an insanely bad thing that happens next. And it's like, no, this one's like, it feels a little bit too flowery sometimes too. Like it feels a little bit too perfect. But it's not, because like you're not cured. Just because your friends are kind to you doesn't mean like it's all sunshine and rainbows. You're still suffering inside. And the choice to actively not complete the monster, because like I'm forced to do parts of the monster, but I'm not forced to finish it. I'm forced to let. I'm not forced to um realize it, and I'm allowed to let go. It's still effort to let go because it's not easy to do that. So I think that's like still an active choice, still has agency. Your main character has agency. So it is like quite nice. It's a lot kinder, I will say that. Um, like more idealistic for sure. Because like I will say that from someone who struggles with mental illness and finds it hard to reach out to people, like I'm the one I would say actively trying to reach out to people sometimes. Um, this I'm quite jealous of this person because like they have so many friends who like just drop in and like, hey, I got a thing for you and you're doing great helping yourself, so here's the thing we can do together. And so it's like, oh, like here's a gift, but like here's a thing we can do together. And it's like, that's so sweet. So this is quite cute. I think I love the game that you can we can try it. Because I'll just like have to hydrate a bit more, but I like that at least like for this route, like it's gonna be so rough. Why did I start this route? Why did I start with this route specifically? Like I'm going with the sunshine and rainbows route. Um uh and now I'm going to go into like the dark route, like to see what happens if we actually fulfilled, like completed the monster. We might speed through some stuff, like some repeating dialogue, but I want to see that. Yeah, I'll close this. All right, hydrate before we go into the second half. Also, chat, how you doing? How you doing? Good. Man, I kind of miss having a straw. But having the straw is hard to clean when I'm drinking my water. It's like unnecessary too. It's like just I have a glass straw. Do I have like too many things that I just lose around the house. I also have a plastic, or I have like a lot of different straws. Some of them are, but in general, I hate using straws with my water bottles because they're hard to clean. It's like they're convenient, but they're hard to clean. I'm lazy to clean them. That's it. That's the long and short of it. They make drinking water easier, but it's like, whatever. Let's see here. Let's start. We can just use. I like my name. Can use Stellaria again. Oh, your last name by default is Sonnet. That's actually so cute. But let me just use my same thing. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Let's see here. Exclaim and triumph. Like, I think we can go like mad scientist route here. Yeah. Yes, she says. It can be done. Tala almost bounces up from the stool, but she lacks the energy or coordination. Instead, she settles for lifting the page up, beaming at her work. What can be done? Tala jumps at the sound, almost falling over in the process. She had not noticed that a friend had crept into her kitchen while she worked. Abelia leans out from the doorway, mixing bowl in hand, trying to hide her worry behind a smile. Tala does not try to hide her rising excitement. Oh, Abelia, she says, I'm going to make something unlike anything I've ever made. Abelia continues stirring, waiting. She has played this game before. Make something beautiful? I'm making something beautiful. Abelia raises an eyebrow. Tell her the truth. I'm making a monster. Abelia nods, trying to hide her mounting concern. Abelia leaves shortly after that, depositing a salad. Okay, so it's a salad. There's no time for salad. No time. Tala is too tired and too desperate to succumb to bodily needs. Eating takes time and focus away from the work. Instead, she examines her plans. Creating a living being is an exhaustingly complex venture. But Tala is nothing if not tenacious. She pursued her lifeless exile with the same resolve she now turns to. She pursued her lifeless exile with the same resolve she now turns to her work. Nothing will make Tala waver from this task. She is making a monster. Okay, we'll do the same, but now that we're making something a little freaky, we can do some mechatronics. Using technology to make the monster skeleton could work. A skeleton of steel beams and copper wire would be effective and strong. It might even be near indestructible. Now Tala just needs to figure out how to acquire the needed materials. Scrounge material, gather new materials. Tala reaches for her phone, intending to call up friends for advice, but thinks better of it. She has no right to ask for favors right now, and in truth, her friends would likely not want to talk to her as things stand. Scrounging the materials herself will do. With enough time and effort, Tala can salvage metals from her old projects and rework it into a skeleton. It'll be slower and more work than finding fresh materials to use, but Tala can ensure quality is up to her precise standards. Tala estimates that this should take 5 months to complete. After a month of work, Abelia visits again. She warily looks around the lab Tala set up. So, how is the, monster coming along? It's going well. I'm making excellent progress on the monster's bones. I see, says Abelia, fighting to maintain a neutral tone. She takes a breath. It's warm out today. How about we go for a walk? No time for a walk. She's on the edge of a breakthrough. I I just need a few more hours to sort this out. My work is in a very critical stage, Tala explains. Abelia hums unhappily. Okay, but I'll be back to drag you out another day. Tala's out. Tala's in the second month of her work and she hits a snag. The metal beam bones aren't connecting as planned. She'll need to figure out a new strategy for attaching them. This would add a month to her work estimate. Tala's in the middle of some complicated calculations when Corey bounced through her front door unannounced. Maybe Tala could start locking him. Coming to the concert? Corey asks. Oh my god, I can be mean! That's so... Let's do it. That's so mean. But I need to try this route where it's I'm not only ignoring my friends, I'm being mean to them. I want to see this. This is gonna be so mean. This is gonna be so bad after I made this sunshine rainbows thing. And now I'm going full asshole. Who are you again? Tala replies, barely looking up from her work. Oh, come on, Corey groans. I joined a jazz band. We're doing a midsummer performance. Any of this ringing any bells? Lie. Oh, right. Your jazz band. Yes, and that concert you have. Of course. Corey sighs loudly. We're performing July 21st. Here's a ticket. A small rectangular sheet is dropped onto Tala's desk. See you there? She needs to work. Tala grimaces, upset to be letting down a friend. I'm sorry, but the work, No, I don't know. Oh, are you back? This is really important. I need to do this, otherwise... What are you working on anyways? Corey asks, frustration mounting. Ignore the question. I hope your concert goes well. Thanks, Corey replies tersely. He slams the door on his way out. After a week of struggling with the new synthesized alloy, Tala finally gets part of the skeleton working to her satisfaction. She turns to share the breakthrough with, but the lab is empty. Tala's still alone. One morning, Tala is distracted by a knock at the door. Tentatively, interest drawn by the mystery, Tala crosses the room and cracks it open. Standing in her threshold is Lomi, a friend Tala hasn't seen in more than a year. She smiles at Tala a bit nervously. Hi, she says. Do you have a minute? Ask why she's here. Why are you here? Tala asks, not moving from the door. Sorry for coming by without notice. I hadn't seen you in a while and I have an art exhibition happening tonight. And I wanted to ask if you could make it? Her eyes are hopeful. No time for art. I'm sorry, Lomi, but I'm terribly busy at the moment. It was really nice seeing you, though. Maybe we can hang out another time? Oh, yeah, for sure, she replies. Sorry for coming by unannounced. And with a final smile and a wave, she leaves. After there are 3 months left in building the metal skeleton. Tala feels that she's on a roll. All the theory is actualizing with an ease that is relieving, unexpected, and entirely pleasing. Tala realizes that she is ahead of schedule and she can reduce her work estimate by a month. One day, Tala looks up from her work to see Abelia walking in. She looks at the bones as she has almost finished and immediately looks away. She turns her gaze to Tala and instead to Tala. It's the last warm day of the year, she says. Come to the beach with me. They can go another time work calls. Oh, no matter how you howl, fall into despair. Bruh. What a wild achievement. Another time, Abelia. I'm sorry. I'm just right in the middle of something very delicate. She doesn't try to argue or hide her disappointment. Okay, Tala. Good luck with whatever this is. She gestures to the bones without looking and leaves. Focus is hard for Tala to find in the following weeks. She feels drained and there's a consistent ache behind her eyes. Tala's working late one night, or is it early one morning, when Max comes barging through her front door. Hello, he says. I need help with some work that's got your name on it. Ask him to explain. Um, Ignore him. Tala stays resolutely silent. Perhaps if she pretends that the disturbance isn't there, it will leave of it will leave of its own accord. I'm going to make the best haunted house this world has ever seen, Max declares loudly. Continue ignoring him. Tala continues her futile attempt to encourage Max to leave. Okay, wait, let me back up. So, haunted house. What do all haunted houses need? Um, Keep ignoring him. Tala redoubles her focus on the diagram. She pays careful attention as stifle she begins stifle shading it. Oh no, this is so mean. Can I cut them off? Continue pretending Max is in the room. Oh dear, try to desperately change the topic. Um How's your dog, Max? Stacy? Max huffs. That's not fair. You know I love talking about Stacy and this is important. But the work beckons so sweetly. Max, I would really love to help you, but I just don't have the time right now. There's too much and there's too much I just need to do. I'm sorry. Max quickly tries to hide his disappointment behind a smile, but Tala catches it. Oh, okay. No worries then. See you around, Tala. She feels a bit bad about letting Max down, but this haunted house business would have taken ages. Tala can help Max with other things when she's done the monster. After 5 months, Tala has finally completed the monster's bones. A small thrill flows through her. She steps back and examines her work. Yes, this is definitely something beautiful. Oh, we're doing this. Um, yeah, like we can do, yes, of course. The nervous system. We'll go mechatronics. An inorganic computer brain would grant versatility and durability. It is also probably the most straightforward option. Finding computer parts to use could pose a challenge, though. Find computer parts, build computer parts. Maybe we could find. Tala picks up the phone to call someone she thinks could have a lead on finding computer parts, then pauses. She hasn't spoken with this person in a while. Tala doubts they'd suddenly want to hear from her now. She puts down the phone. Building the computer parts and code bases herself would be more than sufficient for her purposes anyways. Tala's never built a supercomputer and equipped it with an adequately sophisticated neural sim before, but she's played around with the complex, smaller scope computer projects, and as her teachers used to say, anything is possible with a little, or a shit ton, of magic. It'll take more time than finding suitable computer parts and code bases, but that means Tala won't need to compromise on her design. Overall, Tala estimates it should take her 6 months to complete the work. When Tala leaves her room after a fitful rest, Abelia is waiting in her kitchen. She's made breakfast from scratch, and it's waiting ready on the table. Sit, she says. Eat. She pours 2 cups of tea and takes the empty seat across from the food. You're not eating? Tala asks. I'm going to be talking. Ask her to leave. This is very kind of you, but I don't have time. I made you breakfast. You owe me. The use of her last name feels like a blade to the chest. No one has called her that since. She seems to notice Tala's reaction and her face softens. Please eat a bit. I'll sing my part, then if you want, I'll leave. Tala nods once and takes the seat across from her. To begin, Abelia says, I'm worried about you. It feels like you're only eating when someone is here to make you. You almost never leave home. I know your work is important to you, but this isn't healthy. She doesn't need to be lectured. Ooh. If you're just here to lecture me, I don't want to hear it. You can just sit there and ignore me, but I'm going to stay until I've said all I came to say. The work is. I know it's important to you. I understand that. I'm not telling you to stop. Abella pauses and takes a slow breath. I don't want to argue with you. It's just. It hurts us all. What happened? It. And it feels like we lost you as a part of it. I miss you. And I miss how we used to be. You used to come to our Sunday brunches or Friday movie nights. You would invite us over to play board games. Now, if I want to see you, it feels like I have to force you into it. You feel like a shadow of who you used to be. You had such a curiosity and wonder about the world. She's just been busy. I'm still the same. It just feels that way since I've been busy. Abelia frowns. I don't think that's the case, she sighs. When's the last time you left your apartment? Or spent time with someone who wasn't barging in uninvited? Last week. Lie. Last week, I saw Lomi. Okay, Tala. She rubbed a tired hand across her face. You make me worried knowing you're alone most of the time. I'm constantly worrying about you eating, sleeping, and you're not talking to any of us about what you're doing here all day long. You need to talk to someone. I don't care if it's me. Just talk to someone, please. It can't wait until the work is done. When the work is done, I can explain it to you. Max, Corey, a panel of therapists, whoever you want. I just need to finish, Abelia. Everything is in such a critical stage. Abel's face falls. Alright, Tala. Alright. Abella stays until Tala finishes eating. She suspects it's to make sure she finishes most of the plate, but she won't confirm or deny it. As she makes her way out, she offers a final smile. This conversation won't stop me from coming by, you know. Tala offers an acknowledging noise but doesn't say more. She makes her goodbyes and shuts the door behind her. Tala hits a breakthrough in her work. The computer's pattern recognition is progressing far above expectations, and as are the sensors aiding the peripheral nervous system's response times. The advances put her about a month ahead of schedule. Tala is ecstatic. Before Tala realizes it, the year is over. It's been almost 9 months since... Tala examines the letter in her hand. It's from Abelia. She's inviting her to a New Year's party she's hosting. Behind the open letter, a huge pile of work on her desk looms. Sorry, Jen. She had hoped to finish prototyping a new design for a connecting piece this week. This pile of work isn't going to look after itself. Tala grimaces and pushes away the invitation. She pulled her notes on the connector closer and hunkered down to work the rest of the night. She'll make it up to Abelia another day. Tala wakes with a start. She had fallen asleep. This is a little bit different. Ooh. Tala wakes with a start. She had fallen asleep at her desk. She stretches her sore neck and rub at her blurry eyes. This is the third time today. Who knows how manyth time this week. She lets out a long sigh and gets up to make another pot of coffee. She doesn't have time to rest now. She's behind schedule and the work does not wait. Tala's looking through her notes when there's a knock at her door. She started remembering to lock it recently. It helped limit interruptions. Unlike the last few times, the knocking doesn't stop after a few minutes. Finally, a voice threatening to break it in has Tala getting up and greeting those daring to intrude. Abelia, Corey, and Max stand on the other side. Tell him to leave. Go away. We're not leaving until we talk, Corey says. We can do that inside or on your doorstep. I don't care. Insist they leave. Ooh, maybe if I get them to, but they said like whether or not they leave, so insist they leave. You can stand out here all day. I won't let you in. Max's beseeching eyes meet Tala's. Please? We just want a few minutes. Tala lets out a low sigh. No more than 5, then I'm kicking you out. Thank you, Abelia says. The 4 of them sit in Tala's living room, couch cleared of half-used materials and discarded blueprints. As Tala takes her seat, she feels the lab calling from behind her. So what is it? She asks. Her foot beats rapidly against the door. She's itching to get back to work. Abelia speaks first, as she often does. We're worried about you. We see you so rarely, and it's clear you're not looking after yourself. We miss you, Max adds, and we think that we might be what you're doing might be killing you. It doesn't matter what happens. The work is worth it. She can be healthy once the work is done. I don't have that much time left to do. Oh, and once I'm done, everything can go back to how it used to be. There will be time for me to sleep and eat and whatever else. Is finishing your work really worth it if you won't be well enough to enjoy your accomplishment? You can even work effectively when you're running as Can you even work effectively when you're running yourself into the ground like this? Abelia asks. She can work well enough. Maybe about 5 minutes is up. I think your 5 minutes are up. I'm sorry that you're hurting, but we still care about you. We're not going to let you tear yourself apart like this, Corey says. They're going to let me? What would they want then? So what do you want? That I stop working? Forget about Delaney? Go back to everything like nothing ever happened? No, Abelia interjects. We're not asking you to stop working. Just tone it down a bit. Take more breaks. Start talking to us more often. There's no time for anything but work. I can't take time from work. I just need to finish it. Make it as perfect as it can. I can't think about anything else right now. Corey lets out a frustrated sigh. It's okay that you were hurt when Delaney died. We didn't expect you to not be. But you can't just use your pain to tear yourself apart like this. Do you think we don't all miss her? That we don't all want her back? The monster won't be her. She has to try. The others didn't love her like she did. Ooh, we gotta save that. We gotta save that. This is separate. Maybe you just didn't love her like I did. Tyler realizes that she's shouting and lowers her voice. The difference between you and me is that you've all moved on, and I'm the only one left here, still caring. Max takes out a sharp breath. Tala, Abelia starts. I don't want to talk anymore, Tala says, standing and turning away. Please leave now. We'll be back, Max promises. We just want you to be well and happy and... Please go, Tala repeats. Okay, Tala, Abelia says. There's the sound of people getting up, footsteps heading to the entryway, the door opening. Tala doesn't turn around until she hears the latch click shut. When she does, she's alone in her apartment once more. Let's save here, chat. I'll go to the bathroom real quick because I've been hydrating a lot, so I'll be back. Sorry for taking a bit. Tala spends time testing the nervous system, watching as inputs are translated to outputs and back, watching different parts light up and process information. She layers together webs, connecting nodes, creating meaning interlinked. She knows, with as much certainty as she's had about anything, that the monster can awaken. And when she does, she will know all. Another month passes by. One day, while in the middle of some very complicated calculations, Tala gets a text from Abelia. It reads, "Got a minute? It's important." Tala's phone starts to ring. Ignore it. She doesn't have time to talk to her now. If it's that important, she'll call back. Continue. The next month of work is a bit frantic. Tala hit a snag and works doubly hard to make up for the lost time. She's still aiming to be done in a month. Abelia turns up in Tala's living room and hands her a bowl of soup. This is a bribe. I'd like to talk, she says. Tala wonders if this has become her new MO. She's busy. I'm busy, Abelia. This will take 1 minute. It's faster to let me talk than have this argument. Tala sighs but doesn't take the soup. Fine. Talk then. I know you said you don't want to talk to anyone, but the situation isn't resolving. You're not doing well, and I think keeping everything trapped within yourself isn't helping. I think it would help if you met with a professional. How many times does Tala need to say no? I've already told you that I won't. Why can't you stop bothering me with this? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because I care about you? And it's destroying me to watch you destroy yourself like this? Tala sighs. I don't want to argue with you. You said this would be 1 minute, and I don't have time for this. I need to get back to work. Tala, come back another time, Abelia. Tala walks out of the room, leaving Abelia standing alone in her living room, holding a bowl of soup in her hands. Finally, after 5 months of work, the monster's brain is complete. Tala steps back and takes a look at her work so far. The metal beam skeleton paired with the computer nervous system is breathtaking, but Tala notices flaws here and there. The work isn't good enough. She begins to doubt if what she's making will even come close to what she had envisioned. With the final piece, everything will coalesce or come apart. No matter. Tala isn't one to not finish what she started. All that remains is the monster's skin. The flesh will cover the monster. Okay, let's do mechatronics for the skin too. The best way to apply mechatronics to skin would be to form it with metal and plastic plates. Tala checks her notes and realizes she's going to need a lot of metal for this work. Find metals to use. Tala opens her contacts and begins scrolling, trying to figure out who she can call to help her. Most of the people who could help are the ones Tala hasn't spoken to in months. They probably wouldn't be too happy to talk to Tala now, especially since she's calling to ask for a favor. Tala closes her phone. Scavenging the metal she needs from her own things will have to do. Tala doesn't love the idea of pulling apart her old projects, but she's confident that she can get what she needs with enough time and effort. Sometimes, sacrifices need to be made in the name of progress. After doing some preliminary research and checking her assisting notes, Tala estimates she can complete the outer layer in 3 months. Hold on, chat. Okay. On April 2nd, Tala packs a small bag. She includes water, a candy bar, an umbrella, her keys, and her wallet. She takes a considering look at her phone. She wants to be alone today. Whatever anyone needs can wait. Tala leaves her phone on her desk, throws her bag over her shoulder, and walks out the door. The walk to the cemetery is long, but Tala doesn't mind it. When she gets there, she realizes it isn't... Okay, so it's the same... Right, I think this is where we can start. Tala sits down in front of the grave. She watches it silent for a while. Finally, she speaks. Say hello. Hi, Delaney. Maybe I can go in this order. It feels like it's the natural way. I really miss you. It's hard being here without you. I'm working on a really cool project. I haven't been doing so many things outside my work, but work has been good. When you died, it was like everything that mattered left with you. I couldn't watch any of my favorite movies because all I could remember was watching them with you. And then I would remember you were gone, and everything would hurt all over again. Do you know how many times I picked up the phone to call you, only to remember there was no one to answer? You died a year ago, but it still hurts as much as if it happened yesterday. It's so hard without you. It's still hard now. You were so much more to me than just a friend. It felt like you fit so well into my life. I'm so mad at you for dying. I know it wasn't your fault, but I can't believe you left me here all alone. It hurts so much. And it feels like when I'm working, it's the only time I feel like I don't have a knife twisting in my chest. I hate you for leaving me, but I love you so much. I miss you deeply. I just want you to come back. And I know that can never happen, but that doesn't stop me from wanting it. I'm half-made again. I'm weak and faulty without you. You made me better and now I'm lost. Talk about the monster. The work I'm doing, I'm building a monster. It's for you. I know it won't be you. It probably won't be anything like you. But when you died, it felt like you took a part of me with you. I'm trying to get that piece back. And I know this monster won't be able to do that. But in my heart, I feel like it could. The monster will be beautiful. And it's all for you. I hope you hate it. She gets up. Tala wipes at her tears and gets up. She rummages in her bag, pulling out the candy bar and leaving it on top of the tombstone. Tala gets home and checks her phone. She has 6 missed calls from Abelia and 4 voice messages. She also sent several texts asking Tala to call her. Ignore her. Oh, hi, Drab. Welcome in. Thanks for the daily wish. She'll deal with her another day. She turns her phone on silent and returns to work. That night, Tala tosses and turns. Okay, so this is the one. Ooh, approach her. Tala takes a step closer than another. She feels floaty and unbalanced. Everything is spinning. She opens her mouth to speak and fear rises, quick and clawing. What would be worse, that the monster really is Delaney or that she's not? Tala, her glazed gaze digs into Tala's eyes. She says, "You're selfish to have made me. How could you? How dare you? You inspire only hate in my lifeless metal heart. No, no, no." Tala wakes with a start, shivering and panting. She curls into herself and doesn't sleep again that night. Tala hits a hitch with her work. Frustrated, she redoes her calculations and adds a month to her estimated timeline. One sunny spring morning, Tala is making coffee when she notices the tulips in the air have begun to blossom. She remembers that Corey is quite fond of tulips. Work is more important than tulips. She takes a sip of her coffee and walks back to her lab. Maybe she can ask Corey for some tulip photos later. The worker said, "Oh, good morning. Oh, hello, Silvernova. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today." The work has advanced well since last month's setback. Looking over the range of skin prototypes, Tala feels good about her progress so far. Tala's in the middle of working out the spell when her phone rings. She glances at the offending device, weighing how much of a distraction picking up would be. Ignored. Tala silences her phone and returns to the spell. Tala's hand shakes as she tries to bend a metal sheet without it snapping in half again. She takes a deep breath and puts the work down. A tired hand runs across her face. When was the last time she ate? Max barges into Tala's apartment one July day. She doesn't look up. She's far past used to her friends bursting in unannounced. "Hi, Tala. We're going to the beach. Do you want to join?" Asks she when there's so much work. "Sorry, I'm busy right now." Max sighs and leaves, closing the door behind him. Tala looks up as the door clicks shut, surprised A hadn't pushed more. It's good that her friends were learning to respect her work. At long last, after 2 months and 1 year of near consistent work, Tala has completed the monster. Tala steps back to take her in. Ooh, it is different. I like this. She looks up upon her creation. Her skeleton is metal beam, her brain is a computer, her flesh is a metal plate. Yes, she's truly beautiful. She too is an abomination. And Tala has truly destroyed herself in her making. She feels, without yet knowing her, Tala feels a vast and deep love drowning her. She has poured herself into her, and here she lies, waiting. Cast the final spell to awaken the monster. Oh God! Tala casts the final spell, and the monster opens her eyes. She looks upon Tala, expressionless. Speak to her. "Can you speak?" she asks. She shakes her head softly. She holds out her hand. Take it. Tala takes her hand very gently. She puts her other hand on top of hers. Tala begins to cry. "Ooh, awaken, my love. Finish the monster," is an achievement I just got. Let's go. After the following months, Tala retreats further from the world. She spends all her time with the monster, hoping she'll one day be more than she is. The monster is very kind. Tala needs to keep reminding herself that it's not the monster's fault. Nothing is her fault. She stays with Tala and is patient and understanding. She's always there for Tala, always trying to help. She's everything she wanted to be, and yet everything about the monster only makes Tala think of how she's not but a hollow imitation. The monster will never be Delaney, and Tala will never be alone again. And if Tala feels hollow, an emptiness that grows inside her each night, she ignores it. Everything is as it should be. Oh wow. Continue. Yeah. So that I feel like that was like the worst ending that could have happened, but not really. I think like the worst ending could have been that you pushed everyone away and you didn't even finish the work that you like pushed everyone away for. But yeah, like God. So from what I can see from both of the routes, from the 2 routes I've played so far, this is just like a whole thing about grief. And this is a whole thing about like, yeah, like I think what I spoke about in the other run was that what we make of within a world that's less full from the loss we experience, right? It can be anything. It can be a person, a pet, anything. It can even like, even in the slightest sense, like because like loss comes in different forms. Can be something smaller, but it like smaller, but it's like it's your whole world, or it's like a good chunk of your world or of your day. That like, hey, like this artist that I really love listening to, I heard that they passed away. And it's like, man, I just will never like hear anything new from them in that sense. It's like all I have to cling on to is their existing body of work or something like that, right? So it's like it's not someone close to you, but it's still like a good part of your soul, of your being that you lost. So it's lost in regard nonetheless. So it's like having to live on like that, and like what we do in grief. Like from the first route, you have embraced trying to move on, or at least trying to interact with the world, the living world around you, versus like pushing everyone away, focused on something that like what my method of coping is good enough with my grief. But it's in the sense that you're less open to changing things about yourself. You are creating something that will only give you comfort, will shield you from the world, but does it actually help you? um, because some of us like in our grief forget about people around us, right? Like what we mostly want to think about, and it's a fair thought for, but only works to a certain extent, is like how we as an individual would survive the grief, survive the initial pain and hurt. And like we want to protect ourselves, we want to be able to be ready to face the world, but some people like kind of don't want that, or they think that they're working towards that, but it doesn't really happen because at that point, at a certain point, they've already pushed too many people away, have closed themselves off too much, could sever their connection to everything else around them, that there's nothing to connect them back, or at least it's harder. So it's just tough. Like I don't like this game really explores that idea, like this the things you do, like because I also saw that when we were making the monster, we in the original, we were like picking some of the choices, like if anything, I think I was picking monster choices, like monster creation choices, that I wonder what would have happened if I picked the top choices, where I was like thinking of, I'll just like scrounge some stuff up together, versus like I'll make them myself. It feels like I made the opposite choices. Like, it feels like the choices I should have done in the second route, which was like I was more of a loner, should have been like, oh, I'll do everything myself. Like, it's interesting. I think I didn't notice that until like much later, because if anything, it's quite a good show too, of that I've pushed people away who would have been able to help me anyway. Like, like it's an interesting thought, like an interesting exploration of an idea, that because it's, like when you're grieving, there's people who reach out to you, um and you have your own goals while you're still grieving. So these people can help you. Like, you have a friend who's a doctor, let's say, like, okay, I love you, you're my close friend, or you're just someone I love, and I want to help you, and I'm a doctor. Like, maybe I could take some time to help you. Like, hey, like, you want me to give you a free checkup, like, just make sure you're okay. Or even a friend who's like a baker, like, oh, I want to cook something for you. Or just anyone who wants to cook for you, like, people who have access to certain things that in your grief they could just help you. And but if you push too many people away, like, yeah, they're just isolated, you can't reach out to people. And that's sad, because like sometimes you just can't help it, in your sadness, in your grief. Because this game doesn't have to exclusively just be for grief and for loss. It can also just be a nice allegory for depression, and isolating yourself in your sadness, because like, that someone will be able to help you based on their expertise, on their like what resources they have. But because you've pushed them away, or you're not close to them because you didn't have the time to dedicate to be close to them, you just don't. And that just sucks. Like, oh, and sometimes it's even just in your head. Like, I have a friend that can help me with this thing, but I'm shy, or I don't know if they'll help me, or they won't dare to help me, because I haven't spent that much time with them. But it's hard to say. Like, you can always say, oh, just ask, but like, most people don't have the courage to do that. So yeah, like, this game really just shows the difficulty of living with grief, living with the difficulty of what comes when you push everything away too much, and that nothing really is easy, because even when we had the better route, you could say, like the route that's like working towards a brighter future for yourself without having to succumb to isolation, is like, it's not easy. Like when we took therapy, we had to take it over and over again. We were still grappling with like the unease that the time we take for therapy, the one session would waste so much time of our day. Like it's either a why bother, or this is so much work. And it's, yeah, and that's already with the sense that the therapy is accessible, right? Because therapy isn't, it's like hard for most people, like me even. Like I'm just lucky that my city now offers it better. But it's still like, that's, I don't know, because I know how to access it. Most people don't. Do people even know we have good therapy in the city? that like that, like, I feel very like, and I also like the message from the devs at the end, with the indigenous peoples from Canada, and also like their connections with the game partially being developed in Indonesia. So it's quite a collaboration of efforts to make one game, and it's so beautiful. I love the watercolor paintings everywhere, and the music is so pleasant. It's so good. It's giving me a mood. And I hope you guys also like the voice acting. I'm doing everything on my own, and I'm pacing myself a lot better. I'm not like talking too fast and skipping things because the game doesn't require me to. I was so stressed out the other day having to play a game that was like high stakes, and also just the dialogues were all timed. So it's like, okay, speeding. I'm making good. I'm reading this with my whole essay, but like also under getting grabbing all the like information from what I'm reading, and also like having to do the job. It's like doing that is crazy. Doing that is crazy. At least with this one, like I can take my time. I can like speak and voice act as if I'm crying. I actually did cry in like the sadder parts when we were at Delaney's grave. And I don't know. I like games like this because it feels like I can actually like practice my voice acting a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you. So again, thank you to Zorky Studios for giving me a copy of the game. This game has been so pleasant. I truly hope that more people can explore it, and also explore their other game, Quality Dreams, reasonably priced. I'll leave a link, and I have the link for this game, I'm Making a Monster, here in chat, and it's pinned to the top of chat actually. You guys can see it. And I will also try to give you guys the link to Quality Dreams, reasonably priced. Both games are out. You can get them. And yeah, so I hope you guys had a good time tonight's stream, and that's about it. So let me pop up the link to this game, and I'll give you guys the link to the other game too. Here. There's the other game. And let me see. For this one. Yes, this game came out on last month in July. Yeah. I'm just linking it again. I'm just making sure you guys get it. So I think uh Quality Dreams right now is on sale for, how much was it? It's like on sale if you get the bundle. I think if you get the bundle for both games, it only costs 363, or maybe more. Oh no, because I have like one of the games. It's kind of hard. Maybe if I open this up, hold on. If I open this up in like incognito, it should show me the price without like being connected to my account. Yeah. If you buy the bundle from Zorky Studios, it costs 605 pesos. Maybe 606 is a better way to say it. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's quite reasonable for two good games with a long narrative. It's good. The studio is quite nice. They're good to support. So yeah, guys. So